welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. All right, welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I'm meaning to work on. Now, a lot of these projects recently have had to do with 3D printing. And like I mentioned before earlier, I've been having issues. Well, like two printers have been giving me issues. One of them, for whatever reason, the extruder, the thing that grabs the filament to put into the nozzle to print, it was skipping. It's weird. And it would like print and it would stop. I'm not sure what happened. Went through a bunch of forums, reading a whole bunch of things. And I was like, I really hope I don't have to like take apart this extruder. So one of the things was, so I tried, now this is just random stuff. These are the type of things I work on. And I tried to increase the temperature. So I was like, maybe it's like too cold or whatever, and it can't grab it because it's a different type of filament than what I normally use. So I was like, all right, let me increase the temperature. That still didn't work. I was like, all right, well, let me try a brand new roll of that filament. Still didn't work. I was like, well, okay, let me try the previous manufacturer filament, and that still didn't work. I tried drying them, tried everything. Then I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to take stuff apart, let me start off at the nozzle, because the nozzle is pretty easy to take off. So I took off the nozzle. I bought a bunch of nozzles because you never know. And so I had a nozzle, replaced the nozzle, and it seems to be printing fine now. So we'll see. The other one is printing, but the print is not like sticking to the other print. So I need to figure that out. So that's why I have untilit.works. Now it's darker than normal because I mentioned this before. I have solar power kind of like running a bunch of stuff on this side, and it's been kind of like rainy the past couple of days. So I'm trying to get as much sunshine power as much as possible. So all the non-necessary things I have off. So yeah, that's that. All right, so those are the type of things that I try to get done during untilit.works. Now, untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are when I'm working on the things I was talking about, whether you're maybe like learning something, whatever it is that you're doing, it's 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress. Then break sessions are these. I'll pop up on the video, talk some mess for a little bit, talk about some things I found interesting on the internet, or you can come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet. It's just a time to let your mind relax and not think about the thing that you're just working on, and give it a chance to kind of like breathe. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I mentioned, I'll pop up in here with the video. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. That's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. That's why the notice below the video say may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is the open close caption button. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that button, a space will open up next to the video, and the words I'm saying will hopefully be transcribed accurately and placed in that space next to the video. Anytime I hear some clicking, I'm thinking, oh, is this thing not working? Because the issue is like it'll click. And so I'm always listening out for the click. But I think it was just something else. Yes. All right. Below the video, there are two buttons. Don't worry about them. It's broken. There's a countdown timer, countdown when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. And if you'd like to join the room to chat or ask questions, there's the join the room link. Cool. So let me talk about the work session. Get that full screen. Share my screen here. So now again, these are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on you're working on, trying to make some progress. Over in the upper right-hand corner, we have the subscribe. If you click subscribe, it will show you a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left is an audio player, so if you want to listen to some tunes while you're working on what we're working on, you can do that there. Here towards the center is the to-do section, where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button, it'll add it to the list. You can edit the task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button, or if you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. I'll then send it to this section done, and if you click the header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter in a brand new tab or window, and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing all the things you got complete and with like little check marks next to them. For me, it's a good visual way to show that I got some stuff done, so I feel good going into the week knowing, hey, at least I got some things done or made some progress on some things. Over in the right column, we have a countdown timer counting when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you don't have a thing that you particularly want to work on, but you still want to feel productive, and you heard that web development sounds pretty cool, but you don't know where to start, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think if you complete those programs, I think at the end you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development and be able to make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing web development. Now, if you're already into web development and maybe you're looking for some like pretty quick projects that you just kind of like follow a tutorial, step through it, learn some new things, get your creative juices going to where maybe you like be able to take that project a little bit further or maybe come up with something brand new. I have 3 tutorials that link to the Vonage developer platform. Now, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are look over tutorials. So some of the tutorials, I think they are pretty dope, where one is you follow the tutorial, you create this web application where there's an input box and a call button. You put your home phone number or your real phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring and be able to have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where it's the opposite. You get a virtual number, you connect that to that web application you create following that tutorial. From your real world phone, you can call that virtual number and answer in that web application and have a conversation back and forth. And there's one where 2 users like log in to an application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. So those are there, and I think they're pretty cool. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on the thing that you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join the room. And the hope is that together as a collective, you'll be able to get the help or the feedback on the thing that you're working on. So if you're to click View Hako, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see if you'd like to request to join the room. I also added this keyword list. So if you want to filter by a certain keyword that you may be looking for, you can do that over here. Now, when you click Create a Hako, you're presented with the form where you put in the title and 3 keywords. You click Create, it'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, you click when you join your Hako, it looks like this. I got the title here at the top. You can leave the Hako by clicking the Leave button. If you want to open the menu for some more options, that's there as well. You can, there's a text chat here to the right. We'll come back to that. On the left is another countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. You can copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to, again, open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether you like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. because again, the point of the Hako is for you to get help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to show others exactly what you're seeing and what you're running into, you'll be able to provide the context for them to be able to get you that help or feedback that you're looking for. So the way you communicate through the Hako, like I mentioned, there's a text chat. You put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, and it'll add it to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled. What people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Now, I also have the opposite available. So if you're not looking at the text chat and you still want to follow along, if you enable text to speech, any messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser, and that way you can still follow along. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And yeah, I'm going to get y'all back to work because, again, I need to go through probably a bunch of forums to try and figure out how to get. The most difficult thing is to try to describe the issue that I'm having, right? And so that I can maybe hopefully look up something that's maybe similar. And I think it could be a multitude of things. Like it could be that the filament is not dry enough, but I took it just out of the package, right? So you'd think it would have been dry because I live in Florida. And so this particular filament is, it soaks up water and there's nothing but water in the air here. So it shouldn't be that because I replaced the desiccant stuff in there too. So it should be pretty dry in there. And I have a thing that says like 20%. So that should be fine. And the other color, the other filament prints fine. It's just that this filament is not printing right. So it could be an issue with the temperature stuff. But I thought I raised it. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to try and figure out. And I just hate like wasting the thing. So I'm going to see if I can find like a test print or something that I can maybe try and print. And so to see if I get the same thing. But I printed like small things and it was fine. It's just, I'm going to see if I can print like a big flat sheet. Maybe we'll see if that works. I don't know. Neither here nor there. That's what I'm trying to work on. So hopefully you'll make some progress on whatever that you're working on. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send you all off some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by the name of Anthony Cruz, a.k.a. A Butta. The track's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you 15 minutes after the hour, and we'll talk about something I found interesting on the internet. All right? Thanks, y'all. Anthony Cruz, a.k.a. A Butta. Thank you. All right? Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread love like yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were